All right, welcome back, everybody. We got another challenge one going. If you can tell by the title, this one's going to be racks and chests only. So, any items that come from a rack or a chest are usable, which means that yes, rune words are available and crafting is possible as long as the bases, the ingredients, runes, gems, everything drop from a rack or a chest, which means we are going to get rid of these items to start and basically punch our way to level 2 where we can actually start using some skills. Beautiful, there's level 2. Now, just to clarify, when I say racks and chests only, I mean literally racks and chests only. So, something I've noticed is we're actually going to have to turn off auto gold pickup because I don't want any gold that we don't get from racks or chests. We're not going to pick any items up that are dropped by enemies other than quest items, of course. I think for the build, we're probably going to go fire traps into lightning traps and then maybe switch it up for hell because I'm not sure how well we're going to do in hell with just traps. But these should last us pretty well for normal and nightmare. You guys might be wondering now, why an assassin? Now, I think it's pretty clear. The assassin, as a master lockpicker, doesn't need keys for chests, so it's just going to make my life pretty easy. Also pretty quick, pretty speedy. But the main reason is because we did a community poll, and this is what the community voted for. So if you guys want to get involved in some future challenges and get some input and help shape the way that this channel moves forward, subscribe if you haven't already, and keep your eye out for those community polls, because I'm always asking you guys for help on what to play and how to do these things. Alright, let's get the den. Our first chest. Honestly, it's really challenging at the start because you don't have any gold, you don't have any potions, you don't have any portals. Now we get 3 gold, and that's something to be excited about. I thought about using bodies as well and kind of just going for like all palpables in general, but I think I like the sound of racks and chests, if you know what I mean. There it is, the last monster. As you can see, we're getting low on life and low on mana because I do not have any potions, just the ones we started with. And from that, we got 3 gold. So that's pretty sweet. Yeah, level 3, almost level 4. This is going to be a rough one. Okay, there's level 4, and we made it to the burial grounds, which is a really big deal for us. Reason being, the crypt and the mausoleum. These are going to be the first 2 places that we can actually farm sparkling chests, and that's pretty huge because we have absolutely nothing right now, and we need even just some gold would be great. Even just some garbage items, get some scrolls on our inventory. Our first rack, a throwing knife, that's free money. These maps are going to be great. So very early on in this series, we are going to be farming as much as we can right here until at least all of our slots are filled. Beautiful. Look at this ring, guitar, cap. You'll love to see it. This is exactly what I was talking about. And all this gold can be picked up because it came from the chest. Beautiful. And the best part is that there's 2 of these, right? We get the crypt and the mausoleum. So while it is a little bit of a walk to get all the way down here from the Cold Plains waypoint, it's totally worth it. We're going to be trying to get level 6. Burst of speed will come into handy here, I think. But other than that, we're just putting all of our points into traps. Wake of Fire is like really strong in normal, so I'm not too worried about getting through. But I gotta tell you guys, the one thing I am most worried about right now is not accidentally picking stuff up. Like, it's kind of just a reflex to pick things up. And now that I need to limit myself to the racks, it's it's a little bit rough, but at least we got a bunch of good stuff here. We actually have a weapon now. Let's go. Wow, I never noticed this. It's like a whole treasure area over here. Nice. Alright, we've got large charms already. Scrolls, potions. Beautiful. Alright, so here's what the inventory looks like after 1 run. I'm going to probably do like 5 to 10 runs of this just to get ourselves in a really good spot before we carry on and get through Act 1. Okay, we finally got a sash. Okay, I think that'll be enough. Really, I just was waiting for a sash. Everything else is covered now. We're not going to get anything insane from Act 1 normal. So, I mean, at the end of the day, this should be enough. And I think we can get a move on now. Let's just pick up this cap and I think we're good. Now, this challenge run is going to be a little bit unique because while I would mostly skip maps like Underground Passage Level 2, actually, I kind of get disappointed when I see them because I'm looking for the exit. This is not going to be the case here because any map like this that has a sparkling chest or a super chest is going to be high value for this challenge. Let's see what we get. There's a ring. Beautiful. Rejuve. You'll love to see it. Obviously, I'm not picking up those keys. Now, it's nothing insane, but as we progress, it's going to become more and more valuable to check out these maps and possibly even run them. I mean, there's a lot of maps that have guaranteed super chests or sparkling chests, like Underground Passage Level 2, the pits. You know, there's tons. We're definitely going to be farming those areas. Why do they have to have like 4 packs spawning right by the tree? Oh my. Oh, and we're amped, of course. The amp damage will never fail to haunt me. Okay. We're good, we're good. Archers, man. I'm telling you, if I ever fail any of these runs, it's gonna be from archers.
How has this tree escaped corruption?
How has this tree escaped corruption? I swear there's another class that talks about how the tree is really corrupted. Conflicting lore here. Anyways, boots are broken. I will get rid of these. We really don't need them. We got the scroll. Let's go save Decker Kane. Alright, Kane. Alright, I'm helping. There you go.
Kane, go to the road camp.
Now, I'm probably going to end up farming Trist for a few levels. We've been playing on Players 1, which normally I play on Players 8 just for the experience. So I feel like we should be doing maybe some Trist runs now and get a few levels. We did get Burst of Speed, which has been really, really helpful and is going to be phenomenal for, I mean, running around, laying down traps. It's just all around a really great spell. And we're really just waiting for Wake of Fire here, so I mean, we'll keep going into Fire Blast. Other than that, it may be a Shadow Master later, but focusing on Wake of Fire for right now. And of course, we do get a ring from Makara, but we're not allowed to use it, so can't sell it, can't use it. Rules is rules. Okay, so we did a bunch of Trist runs, and we're about to hit level 12, which I think is going to really change stuff because Wake of Fire is so good. Awesome. Yeah, even on Players 5, that was pretty quick. Sweet. Gotta love that damage. Alright guys, so we made it to the Black Marsh, and obviously the tower is here, and the Countess is usually one of the best spots to farm in the early game. And yeah, it's really good for chests and racks, so don't get me wrong, I kind of want to check it out, but we can't use anything that drops from the Countess, which means we're not going to get any use from the Leaf Rune Word. We're not going to get any use from Stealth Rune Word, at least not from dropping from Countess, right? So, we're going to skip it for now. I think that it's probably better that we just keep moving on and hope for those runes naturally later on from, you guessed it, chests. Ah, the Smith. Beautiful. Awesome. Now, while the Imbue quest is not necessarily a chest or a rack, I am going to allow it for this run if the base comes from a chest or a rack. So, normally we'd be trying to go for like a white circlet, but to be honest, I'm actually not sure that we can get a white circlet from a chest drop. I'm almost positive you can't get it from a rack, so yeah, we'll have to look into that and maybe change up what we want to imbue. Maybe some assassin weapons, some claws. Either way, that's going to give us a a small advantage when we use the imbue quest, and honestly, probably not going to use it for a little while. Alright, sweet. There's the jail done. And I will say, guys, anytime I'm playing any sort of build that uses fire damage, I'm never afraid of Andy. I'm more excited. Her fire res is so low, we're not going to have a problem, even with suboptimal gear. We're really just using, like, whatever we can get. It is what it is. But, yeah, not really too worried about Andy. Alright guys, we made it to the catacombs level 4. Like I said, this is probably going to be pretty easy, but it's also going to be pretty satisfying to watch Andy melt to the fire. The only issue I'm really having right now is that these cost 13 mana a cast, and I have 51 mana, so it would definitely be nice to get some mana gear, but... Oh my god, she just melts! Oh, Ralrune, no. I would love to have a Malrune. A leaf would be so good for this build, but we'll get one eventually. Just has to come from a chest. Awesome. Okay, we ended up at level 14. And Act 1 completed.
Hello.
Not too bad. I don't really foresee normal being too much of a challenge. It's going to be a little bit rough that we'll have kind of subpar gear, but coming from the no stat challenge, I'm just happy to be having vitality. That's really all I'm worried about right now. Once we get into Nightmare in Hell, I see this challenge really getting a lot worse, but all it's going to take is some farming, some grinding, and some lower Garast, probably. Home of the chests and racks. Alright guys, well, this is how we're finishing off. Some pretty random gear with like really nothing going on. I guess 9% MF ring is like not bad, but basically everything is whatever except for this shield, which is kind of like not even that exciting because I'd rather be using 2 claws. It is what it is. Alright guys, thank you for watching. If you're still here, appreciate you. If you have any ideas for the challenge, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And as always, catch you in the next one. Shout out to the Double D lover members that you see on the screen, and of course a special shout out to Little Hoodison and Anna Varen for being Double D fanatics. If you guys want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. Link is in the description below. Thank you so much.